I learned so much last night from my neighbour, I can't even tell you. And I've got like so much of it running through my mind as well. And one thing she was telling me was about her apartment, and these apartments I would say are about 30 years old, minimum. And she was just saying how she's got two bedrooms and one is very damp and the whole wall is wet. And I think that is just from the roof leaking. And she did tell me how, and bearing in mind this woman is like in her early 60s as well, how she had a really bad chest last year because it was so cold and so damp and just wasn't good. Even though it's not in her bedroom, it is obviously next door, and it just wasn't good. And that makes me think about like where I want to be in the future, kind of property I want to have, and all that kind of thing. And like I can look at houses that, you know, hopefully in 12 months I can afford, but it's like, do I want to spend basically 30 grand a year on rent? And the answer is no. Especially when I have no intention of buying here. But yeah, but then you've got to pay something in between. And again, obviously it depends how much you're earning and all the rest of it, doesn't it? But it was definitely something to think about when she was talking about a few things. And even some of the properties I stayed in over the summer, you know, I hark back to the one that I stayed in Neighbourly, Nicosia, for like 4 or 5 weeks over the summer. And that was probably like my dream sort of spot. Like it was a small place, but it was quiet, apart from a little bit of road noise. And that is the one thing I learned about staying in that area. Now I stayed in that area for about 2 months, maybe a little bit longer than that, maybe about 9 or 10 weeks. And I stayed in maybe 5 different apartments. I stayed in one, this one I talk about, for I think 5 weeks in total. And yeah, I learned a lot because like some were not great, some were older, but some were also quieter, further set back from the road and stuff like that. And that's all I was trying to do when I was like traveling around, just trying to figure out where I wanted to be, I suppose, and where I wanted to stay. So I think I'm learning. I think I'm figuring it out and going, yeah, don't want this again, want the other again. So we'll just have to see, won't we? But no, just a really interesting conversation. I learned a lot, and yeah, more of that, please.